episode 4 of Bold Broadcasting, the show that has absolutely zero direction, but lots of erections. And so...
What?
Hey, you know what?
Why are we letting this dude do the intro?
You know what?
That was his intro?
That was the intro.
That was bad.
That was sad.
That was a good intro.
No.
I meant to say election. What did I say?
Yeah, you said election.
Okay, good. Because we were talking about
Kamala Harris on
voter
your mind, huh?
fraud in the upcoming election.
No, you just had Kamala Harris on your mind, didn't you?
Yeah, I did have
Ew.
Kamala Harris on
You see her sweet neckline?
her sweet neckline. You talking about?
Don't tell me you haven't seen it.
Talking about the shower curtains.
The Flappy Bird?
She got.
The curtains are located out. Anyway,
If you guys are new here, and gals, if you're new here watching this, this is more of a trending topic kind of show. I know that we do have a little crossover for some of our other brands, but I'd like to welcome all of you. And this is a live show, so please drop some comments in the chat. We'd love to engage, get your thoughts on our topics today. Today, we're going to be talking about Elon Musk versus Gavin Newsom and the ongoing battle there. We also got some P. Diddy updates and some things going on. What is he eating in jail? Yes, I know that's on the top of everybody's agenda. And then also we have voter fraud and what's going on with the voters and are immigrants allowed to vote?
there's definitely no fraud going on.
No
guys,
fraud
for
whatsoever.
sure.
And then also got Kamala Harris was on Oprah's show, which, you know, you got to have more interviews and more takes from Kamala
You know
on
what I
her
was thinking?
position and
You know what I was
policies.
thinking, man? Ever since Kamala got the nomination, I've been so much more joyful, you know?
Yes, that's
Have
what we
you?
need.
Haven't you guys noticed? I've been so joyful since Kamala.
You have.
Yeah, because we're going to turn the page.
So if you're new here, my name is Big Rob. We also have Ashley here at the desk sitting
I'm
there
here.
to my left, and then also we got Dave
Mm.
over here as well,
Dave.
hanging out in the
Dave.
chair. How's the chair? I know
Chair's nice, man.
Yeah?
It's got some marks on it. Chair's nice.
Was that a dig at me? Or?
That was definitely a for sure dig at you.
Well, I don't know why y'all bought white chairs.
What's up with you women sitting all weird on chairs? You
I
have
need
like
to get comfortable.
you sit Indian style in chairs, then you have one foot hanging off the side, then you're sitting on your legs, and
It's comfy.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the last show we talked about Gavin Newsom passed a bill, and California passed a bill, and it was supposed to target deep fakes for social media. And, you know, obviously with all of this new AI coming out, it's easy to replicate somebody's voice. And apparently Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, got fooled maybe or just pissed off because he saw Kamala Harris advertisement and was like, whoa, that's scary. It sounds way too much like her. So here I have the video in question. So this is the one that had
Wait, are we gonna get fined for this?
possibly if we're in Vegas, we're in Nevada, so we're not in the California jurisdiction. But anyways, here's the video that stirred an entire new legislation
Kamala
bill.
Harris, and your Democrat candidate for president, because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility at the debate. Thanks, Joe. I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist. I may not know the first thing about running the country, but
It
remember,
does sound like her though, right?
that's a good thing
Well, yeah.
if you're a deep
I mean,
state puppet.
it's a convincing
I had
deep
4
fake.
years under the tutelage of the ultimate deep state puppet, a wonderful mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number 1, carefully hide your total incompetence. I take insignificant things and I discuss them.
So I won't
as
play
if
the
they're
whole. I won't play the
significant.
whole thing, but
So we're over here making fun of the fact that they passed a law.
yeah.
So what is the solution then? If it's not to make it illegal, what's the solution? And by the way, I'm not advocating for making it illegal.
I do think that there should be some clarity, because at some point you're gonna have a hard time distinguishing what's real, what's fake. And so maybe because here's the thing, AI can detect AI, right? And so you could have an AI algorithm or app or program that the social medias run, and they can simply put a disclaimer in the same way you see on X. You got the reader's notes or whatever it is. Why not have the same thing but for AI, and just have a note at the bottom? Hey, this video is a deep fake.
You know what I keep thinking about? I've heard stories of people getting phone calls from family members that sounds just like them.
I've seen that.
And the only thing I'm thinking about is our grandmothers and grandfathers. The people that are so easy to fool and trick, right? How many stories do you hear of people getting either catfished or money taken from them? It's typically older people. It is what it is. I'm sorry. But can you imagine my mom, my grandma, your mom, whoever, getting a phone call that sounds just like you, saying, hey, I need $5,000. I'm in real trouble. And it's AI and not you, and people are getting scammed. Like,
Yeah.
I think we're going to go into an age where like, there's just one thing added to your plate of, hey, before you do anything, make sure it's not fake. Make sure it's real. It's, but then again, like, what is the solution to it? You mentioned AI. What do you think? I mean, do you think it's just okay to have a free roam and it's just a free market, or should there be some sort of intervention from a government entity or otherwause?
Hold on, I might be behind. Was it a law that was passed or what?
Yeah. California passed the law this week. And
But
so
wasn't it-
so just to catch up to speed. So Gavin Newsom saw this video, supposedly, the one I just played,
Okay.
and it freaked him out to the point to where he passed a law saying that, hey, we're gonna ban fakes and memes, political deep fakes. And so the one concern is, well, hey, how are you supposed to do that? And well, is that against free speech? Because I mean, essentially, if I create a deep fake, I mean, it's kind of like free speech, right? And so there's that, but there's also you can expand on the law, and now you're saying like, hey, you can go after people just for putting out a political meme. Let's just say, hey, there's a meme of Kamala, and you put a funny quote underneath. It falls under the same thing. They're not saying the bill doesn't say if a voice replicates something else, it's a copycat of someone else and misquoting them or something. So basically, you could meme somebody, and you could be, essentially prosecuted. And so it's interesting. I don't know. I think that there should be some kind of regulation as far as from the platforms. I think, hey, look, let's go from the platform side. Let's at least make people aware that it's fake. But I don't know, man.
But now you're trusting the platform to be the arbiter of what.
Well, at least
But
just
how else are you
identify.
gonna do it? Like,
That's the thing.
But just all the platform doesn't have to say they agree with it. It's wrong. They don't have to remove it. All they got to do is just put a note that says, hey, this is AI. It's not the person speaking.
But don't you fear that they could just start putting notes on stuff that's actually real and just convince people that it's AI?
I mean, I guess
we can't sit here and say they haven't.
if you
misled people.
if you have an algorithm or you have a program that can identify AI, which there currently is, that you can just put the video in, you can just run the program on a video and it'll tell you, is it fake or is it not?
But what if the AIs band together?
All right. So anyways, so the bill passed, right? And it got signed into law.
is
And
it just for political stuff?
Supposedly, but we're afraid it's going to
Good
expand.
question. I think it's just for, I don't know.
It is.
I feel like it should expand because, like you said, the phone calls.
Yeah,
That's so scary.
I know.
There's people that are like crying on the phone.
Yes. Yeah. Can you imagine getting a call from your son or daughter, right, at some point, and they're like, Dad, I'm in a lot of trouble. I need money, or hey, I'm getting taken to jail. I need bail money. Whatever the case is, and at that point, like, your emotions are high. This is your kid.
What's the difference between that and receiving a handwritten letter that said, "Hey, Dad, I'm in trouble. Can you send money?" Say we were 30 years ago.
But we're talking about
No,
a
I'm just-
phone call.
No,
You know
I'm
what
just saying 30. It's just saying.
versus okay, but in your scenario,
And what are
I
you gonna
would-
do? Ban the mail?
No, Robin. I would
Are you
get
gonna
the
ban an email?
No. But here's the difference. I would get the letter and I'll pick up the phone and call him, versus getting a call from son.
Well,
Oh,
why
shit.
not? Then hang up the phone. But hold on, I'll call you back. You pick up the phone. Like, are you on the other line?
But how many people in that moment are going to do that though?
And how many
They're
people in the
gonna
moment are going to
panic.
do the same thing with the email, with the handwritten letter?
Okay, 99% of the time, I can assume that if you get a
And
letter or an email,
Times have changed.
you're going to pick up the phone and call.
Times have changed 99% of the time from moving forward because of deepfakes. we're gonna pick up the phone and call her. You know, all of a sudden, if my daughter calls me from some random number I never heard of and says she needs money, I'm gonna be like, okay, give me a second. And then I'm gonna text her like, what's going on? Why are you calling me from a different number? I just say, like, at the end of the day, like, you're gonna get scammed in multiple ways. Like, there's always new creative ways of getting scammed, especially with emergent technology. And so I would just say that, like, you just got to be more witty. And are people gonna fall behind and get scammed? Yes. Do we pass laws and ban technology? No. Do you make people aware of it if possible? Yeah. If you got a social media platform and you have the capabilities of saying, hey, that one's a fake one, then just do it. I don't know why we got to pass laws and why it's so controversial just to put a note that says, hey, this one's not a real voice. I don't know. Anyway, so we got a lot to go through here. So let's keep this thing moving. So we got Elon Musk, after the bill passed, immediately, the next day, Gavin Newsom passed the bill. The next day, Elon puts out this video.
Hi, I'm Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. This is a message for the people of America, given in my authentically recorded, non-AI voice. Thanks to my leadership over the last several years, California has become a world leader in extremist left-wing governance. My policies were so effective that almost 1 million people are now fleeing the state every year.
I'm not going to play the whole thing. You get the point. Bam! Shots fired. Your boy.
Is Elon the biggest troll master in the world?
He's honestly really funny.
Dude, he is so funny. He is so funny. The dude does not give two shits.
So the battle continues. The war wages on.
Tell me Gavin Newsom had a response.
Oh, he sure did.
Okay.
So here we go. So this is 3 days in a row. Day 1, law passes. Day 2, Elon is like, troll. And then day 3.
I think Mr. Musk has missed the punchline. Parody is still alive and well in California. But deep fakes and manipulation of elections, that hurts democracy and the integrity of the system and trust. And we believe in truth and trust. And we think this law is sound and will be upheld in the courts.
The integrity
so do you intend to seek legal action, whether on Elon Musk or any of the proliferating deepfakes?
The law asserts that many can seek injunction relief. And I just signed the law. I just signed 32 other bills on housing. And I haven't had a chance to review the specific lawsuit around a conservative blogger that seems offended by our law. I think Mr. Musk is.
So what you missed there? Sorry to cut you off. What you missed there was he was asked, "Are you gonna prosecute him? Are you gonna go after him because he broke the law?" He said yes.
To Elon?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what you overspoke on that. So basically, the question was, hey, since this is a law and Elon Musk broke the law, are you gonna prosecute him? And he said yes. In a long format answer, but he said yes. And so
that's quite dramatic.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro?
And so
what are you doing?
Quite interesting, right? I mean,
you're gonna go after. It's funny. He talks about integrity and trust, and they're over here. Yeah, you want to vote? Go right ahead, man. Like, I remember when my father became a citizen of this country, one thing he's talking about is his excitement to finally be able to vote. Now it's just, yeah, man, you don't even need an ID. Just go vote. Hey, we'll send you a letter, fill it out and send it back. Okay, but I'm not. I mean, it's just, it's funny hearing people like that talk about integrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can't go any further without talking about Diddy.
Who do you think? Hold on. Who do you think has more money, Elon Musk or the government of California?
Oh, California. California would be one of the richest countries.
I'm not talking about revenue, Robin, but money. Like, hey, it's like you balance your budget, right? Money coming in, money goes out. Who has more money?
They would be a top 10 economy globally, California, if they succeeded from the country. So California by a mile. So we gotta get some Diddy conversation going on here. So last episode we kind of discussed the news as it was breaking. So for those of you not aware, Diddy, the music mogul, hip hop star, imprisoned or jailed, awaiting trial, did not get approved for bail. He will be stuck there until his trial is
Did you
decided.
get the update? he has been moved into suicide watch.
Yeah, so that's actually
saw
where we're getting at. So Diddy has been moved to suicide watch in Brooklyn jail. So very interesting thing here is that the jail that he is being prosecuted in the Southern District of New York, which is the same district that prosecuted the Epstein.
Don't tell me he's in the same.
No, he's not in the same. He's not in the same jailhouse.
I was like, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. You know?
And so there's a lot of ties when it comes to large celebrities, public figures, political figures that have ties to Diddy and that perhaps had attended his events. And now he's in jail, which he could possibly flip on a lot of big names and expose the evils of the political system that doesn't get talked about. There's a lot of freaking creepy ass politicians, and there's a lot of creepy ass CEOs and celebrities. And so if he were to kill himself, it'd be beneficial for a lot of people that are worried that their name will get exposed. And so he's on suicide watch, go figure. And
you know what someone said? I saw it on X or something. They said the dude was not legally charged, but the video of him dragging and kicking his girlfriend at the time, or the ex one.
Yeah, he hit her in the head with a vase.
Nothing happened, right? Did you hear about any arrests?
There was a civil lawsuit, and she
the dude
got compensation.
literally attacked a female, and he was not arrested.
But
Is that not domestic violence?
Yeah, no, 100%. But you also got to think that, like, a lot of times celebrities kind of get a pass because of, their clout.
But what I'm saying is that was one time. There's been multiple times, and nothing happened. And now all of a sudden they raid his home, and he gets moved into suicide watch. Something's going on here, man.
Yeah. So on suicide, but in jail, also here on a side note, the New York Times came out with an article on Diddy's first meal behind bars. And so,
wow.
Oh.
New York Times, huh?
Yeah, TMZ discussed this. So this was in the New York Post here. And
hold on, real quick. Stop scrolling. You've read it. I have not read it. Have you read this?
No.
What do you think his first meal was?
I don't really know Diddy, but I gotta say chicken nuggets.
It had to have been a oversized pickle.
Something stupid. You're probably right.
Pickle.
You know those big pickles you get at the gas station?
They don't sell those. You don't get those in prison.
And what do you get in
Or in
prison?
jail.
Yeah,
Mashed
I'm sure
potatoes,
So,
meatloaf. I don't know.
So the food choices and life of prison overall will be a far cry from what the music mogul is used to. And so his first meal, where was it? And so his first meal
was ribs.
Oh, where is it? Oh, here it is. His first meal was
Suck the meat right off the
Swedish meatballs.
Oh.
And he also had the option of a vegan black bean burger.
Oh.
And he went with the balls.
He went with the balls. The meal came with a choice of sides, including egg noodles, green beans, garden salad, with dressing, of course, and a beverage. Like, what are we doing? Why are we talking about this meal? I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I like how the dude that pulled up the article is asking, why are we talking about this?
I don't know. And so, no, why is mainstream media, like, they got TMZ up in here?
Look, there's only so much you can bash Trump.
And so,
right? At some point, you got to, some news got to come out, right?
So, all right, let's get some juicy Diddy info, though. This is some stuff right here. This one is going to open up some conversation here.
Okay.
So, Diddy's dead partner, and what was her name?
Kim Porter.
Kim Porter. So she did a 60-page book called Kim's Lost World.
His baby mama, by the way.
And his baby mama. She died in 2018, mother of his 3 children. She died of pneumonia. Her last final words in her memoir was, "He got me," then called 911, and then died of pneumonia. So take that what you will.
Hold on.
But
she's in the 911 call.
I don't know. I'm just kind of going off of this thread here. I haven't researched this myself, but there was
one more time. Read that one more
the
time.
final entry of the memoir has Porter falling ill, dramatically texting her friends, "He got me," and then calling 911.
Okay.
What she said to 911, I don't know. But going on to this little interesting thought here, Porter recounts in her book discovering and making copies of tapes Diddy made of himself having sex with young boys he was managing, including an alleged tape involving an 18-year-old pop star who went on to be a household name.
Justin Bieber.
Footage of Diddy with young Justin Bieber surfaces. So footage of Sean Diddy Combs with 15-year-old Justin Bieber has resurfaced online. And
Did you?
in the clip, he's standing next to the young and tells on camera
Yep,
he's having 48 hours with Diddy while they're hanging out, doing what they can't disclose. So here, take a listen.
Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher.
What a sick fuck.
What you think there's something to this outside of
Yo, this shit is just what is wrong with people, man? I talked about this. Do these people who become famous and get a lot of money just run out of shit to buy and do, and they just start doing
Kids.
You went there, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't know, man.
I mean, it's disgusting. I don't know.
You think Biebs messed around with Diddy?
Well, I don't think he did it. I think Diddy did it to him.
I mean, so you think that? So I mean, there's no actual allegation. There's nothing that says Diddy did X, Y, and Z with Biebs. This is all simply speculation. You got a book that describes Diddy romancing a young pop star. It's a household name, male young pop star, household name, and then I mean that's the first person that comes to mind. And obviously, there's no details or any tapes or anything, but I mean it's 100% speculation.
He's definitely gone.
I don't know. I don't know what other kids he's worked with though.
Diddy won't make it to trial. They'll fucking off his ass.
You think he's gonna die?
Yeah. It's just weird, man. It's very weird. The chain of events that happen, then they go in and they raid this dude's home, and then he gets thrown in jail, and then he ggets moved to suicide watch. It's the same playbook as Jeffrey Epstein, man.
Do we know why they raided his home in the first place?
That's a good question. Why did they raid it? Why did they decide?
Because of allegations. It was almost the same playbook as the R. Kelly thing. There were women allegations.
But Robin, they
did a documentary of surviving R. Kelly. Then they did a documentary. Was it Surviving Diddy? Was it the
I
name of it?
I don't know.
So basically they had documentaries exposed it. And then once that hit mainstream, once people started watching it, then all of a sudden new people kept coming forward, and then the Department of Justice at some point opened up an investigation and then talked to these witnesses.
But haven't these allegations been going on for so long? Why did they just now decide?
That's what I'm saying.
That's how the world works. You're friends with political people.
What happened for them to now decide, like she is saying, all right, it's time.
Why did Epstein's island go unprosecuted for
exactly?
So long?
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know why?
You think it's because of a lack of evidence?
No,
exactly.
Which is the point we're all making.
It's exactly that. There's sick individuals. There's powerful people that are into weird ass shit, and that's just the world we live in. And if you have this smoke screen in front of you, and we pretend like everyone that's an elected official and all of these CEOs are these stand-up people. I mean, Bill Cosby was the father figure of America in the 80s and 90s, right? He was the one that if you could get him to speak at a graduation, it was the greatest person you could have show up, right? Now, look at him. And then you have Harvey.
No, he ain't putting the pudding pops in the freezer.
Was it the Harvey Weinstein or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
that dude, he was the king of
Like all of
being
Hollywood.
a producer.
All of Hollywood is just like, what percentage of Hollywood do you think is like? Put a number on it.
I don't know, man. I think
Too
that
much.
I think
You
that
think
when
more than 60%?
you get a bunch of millionaires and billionaires, and you put them in groups of people, they just start acting weird, bro.
I don't know, man. I would.
For how sensitive people in California are, I don't understand how they get away with this stuff.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Like,
No shit. For all the virtue signaling these celebrities do, and then they get caught doing stuff like this, I agree.
Well, let's talk about Kamala Harris. So, did you watch Oprah yesterday?
I did. I don't want to. Can we come up with a nickname for her?
For who? Kamala?
Yeah.
Kamala?
Yeah. No, that's not a nickname, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. I know.
We'll think one
Yeah,
before the
we'll
show.
think of something. All right. So, the thing I wanted to show you here, you remember when Biden was doing his debate, the one that pretty much got him booted off of his own ticket?
Yeah, the one where he looked like a vegetable.
Yeah, he had this like gaze into it was like he was looking at those lights that they have in the studio. At the debate.
Oh, we're gonna. I destroyed Medicare.
His mouth was half open. And he's just like, ah. And so, tell me that the apple doesn't fall far from the coconut tree. And so,
We really would love to know what your plan is to help lower the cost of living.
Yeah, first of all, thank you both for being here. And yours is
first of all, this woman cannot answer a freaking question.
well, we know that. But
Like,
go ahead.
Every time she gets answered a question, it's got to be the longest.
It never
We
answers
really
the
would love to
question.
know what your plan is to help lower the cost of living.
Yeah, first of all, thank you both for being here. And yours is a story I hear around the country as I travel. And in terms of both rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams and ambitions
Hold on,
for your
pause.
family.
What was the question?
And
Rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean?
rightly having, in terms of both rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams and ambitions for your family, and working hard and finding that the American dream is, for this generation and so many recently, far more elusive than it's been. And we need to deal with that.
What the fuck are you talking about? What is she talking about? I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea what the hell she is talking about.
Is she?
What was the original question? What is she?
What is she
ask?
doing
No one
about
knows.
housing prices? Cost of a house. What the? And then it wasn't just one little gaffe. The same damn show.
We love our country. I love our country. I know we all do. That's why everybody's here right now. We love our country. We take pride in the privilege of being American. And this is a moment where we can and must come together as Americans, understanding we have so much more in common than what separates us. Let's come together with the character that we are so proud of about who we are, which is we are an optimistic people.
Okay, here's the harsh.
And there's another minute and 20 seconds
Americans-
of this. And she literally doesn't say anything about America. And like
Here is the unfortunate truth. There's a lot of presidents, dictators, governments around the world that do not believe that women should hold a position of power. To take it further, they don't take women seriously. On top of that, you're going to put her at the negotiating table, or you're going to put her on the world stage in front of said leaders and dictators. And while we might not agree with them and maybe we don't like them, at the end of the day, some of them control massive economies, massive militaries, massive nuclear powers. And we're going to walk in and say, yeah, we have our first woman president, which I have zero issue with, but she's also kind of retarded. Right?
So, yeah. Are you
I don't know,
voting
dude.
for her, Ashley, because she's a woman?
No, I do think that a woman president would be really cool, whatever. But I don't think we should be voting for a president because she's a woman. And this one is just not the woman that should be the president.
I cannot agree with you. I would rather vote for this vape because it makes more sense to me than Kamala Harris. How did we get here?
I don't know.
That's the question. How did we even get here?
You know how we got there is through voting. Oh, actually, no, she didn't get voted into her ticket, but Biden did, which had her name on there. And so, which will lead me into our next kind of topic of discussion is the Oklahoma office. So Oklahoma officials just announced that they have removed 450,000 ineligible names from the voter roll, including 100,000 dead people, 15,000 duplicate registrations that somehow got approved. Oklahoma ensures only eligible voters participate in the election and part of the voting system. This is since 2021.
You know what's funny is America and the government and the politicians are so critical of other countries and their elections. And, oh, it wasn't a fair election. And you have one state, which I don't even know where they rank. I don't know if one of you want to find this out. Where do they rank in terms of population? Yeah. Oklahoma. Are they in the top 20?
But, I mean, do you think this is an outlier?
Hell no.
No. So it's
absolutely
common practice,
not.
Right? And
I think this is more common than is not common.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you have, so here you have Pennsylvania. And so Pennsylvania has banned all mail-in ballot drop boxes. So I didn't even know this was even a thing anymore. The fact that we have mail-in drop boxes like we are in the archaic ages. And
tonight, concerns again at the drop box.
A Luzerne County election official reported someone trying to drop off multiple ballots.
Williams says a woman tried to put 4 mail-in ballots in the drop box at Penn Place while Director of Elections Michael Susick and another employee were emptying it. Susick, who reported the incident, says he explained that she could only drop off her own ballot unless she had the signed affidavit to drop off one other person.
So, bro,
free and fair election.
Like where on what other piece of anything do we still do mail-in drop-off pieces of paper? Like, when's the last time you even mailed a letter? And so you have the procedure for electing the next president, right? Arguably the most important position in the world, and that
not arguably it is.
And that is decided by an election which uses archaic drop-off ballots that are stored in the bottom of a parking garage where you just throw a letter inside of it. And you see that.
Robin, how easy would it be for me to, you know that people counterfeit money? Can I just go out and print ballots myself?
100%.
And just fill out 100? If I can get 100 people to do that.
Or what about people that aren't even eligible, that aren't even American citizens? And so you got this one here. So nearly 100,000 American voters failed to provide proof of citizenship. Yeah. So obviously this is.
Does anyone think that the elections to some degree are not tampered with?
I think that there's a couple obvious things going on, right? One, you have, is it straight fraud where they're just dropping in hundreds of thousands of fake votes?
Yes.
That I'm not sure. I think that there is some to some degree now, whether it's enough to sway. But what I do think is happening is the fact that, they loosened the borders and they're incentivizing people to come here from other nations, and they're giving them the ability to vote. And you know what? If I'm coming from an impoverished nation, or say I'm just coming from wherever it is. I'm transitory. I left my country. I'm coming to the U.S. Why on God's earth would you vote for Trump? Right?
Yeah.
The Democrats are going to give you handouts. They're going to give you a free house. They're going to give you $25,000 to buy your first home. They're going to let you vote. They're going to let you drive and get your driver's license. And so it's pretty obvious what's going on here. Open the borders, let people come across. And then 3 months prior to the election, when immigration becomes a hot topic, you say, no, we're going to close down after we let all these people in to vote. Now we're good. We've met the quota, close the borders. And like that, I think, is so obvious. Now, how deep does fraud go and voter fraud? I don't know.
Do you not need an ID to vote?
What's that?
Do you not need an ID to vote?
Ashley, what if I told you there's more states that don't require an ID to vote than there are?
You're a registered voter. Yes?
I don't know.
I am.
I might need to go do that. I don't know.
Okay. Anyways, if you'd like, you can mail in your vote.
Okay.
No, is there an ID required there?
Don't they mail me a specific? I guess you can.
What are you gonna mail your ID into the envelope? No.
Why not?
They don't. Need
You're gonna put your driver's license inside of the envelope and put it in the mailbox.
Match your driver's license signature to the signature that you're putting on there?
You think they do that, Ashley?
I don't know. I voted 1 year for something.
They're supposed
They said it
to,
wasn't
but
valid. I had to redo it.
you know they're supposed to. Also, when you check out at a retail store, let's say you go buy some shirts or a purse or whatever the hell it is, and you go and sign the little touchpad with your signature. Do you think the credit card company matches it? That's the person's signature, yes. Or do you just simply scribble across?
I definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Because nobody's actually going to check it.
But I voted one time, and I scribbled across, and then I got a letter in the mail saying no.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they tried to match your signature?
And this was in a federal election?
I don't know. It was some sort of election. I don't know. I signed the piece of paper.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know
Check the box
Nevada.
of something.
I know Nevada is one of the states that does not require ID to vote.
Yeah.
To me, that's insane.
Crazy.
Like, I got to give my ID to everything.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of signatures, if God forbid there ever needs to be a forensic analyst to analyze whether I signed something, God help them, because
you got the
I don't
child.
have a signature.
You got the signature of
they looked at it. Depends on what mood I'm in. If I'm annoyed and frustrated, it's just a scribble. If it's like an important document, like I just signed my mortgage.
So you got the signature of an 8-year-old, which, 8-year-olds can now be very independent and successful people.
They can.
They can.
And also, so you have here an 8-year-old in Ohio, a little girl, drove her an SUV on a solo run to Target.
Wow.
So an 8-year-old took an SUV from her Ohio home and drove for miles to a store she was later found unharmed. The girl, whose name was not released, she drove a 2020 Nissan Rogue. It was reported missing around 9 a.m. And then reported. So the police lost.
You went rogue in a rogue, huh?
So the small girl was spotted driving the vehicle on a nearby road. The vehicle could not be located. They later found the SUV in the parking lot of a Target, which is 13 miles. She drove 13 miles to Target, and then police found her inside the store by herself. Apparently, she had.
She stopped at Starbucks and she drank a frappuccino.
What do you think?
You know what? She had things to do. I'm not even mad about it. Whoever taught her how to drive, good for them. She did really good. She got there safely. There are videos of her swerving around, but she got there.
Oh, you've seen the
videos?
videos?
The car, yeah.
Yep.
She parked the car. She got there. She had $400.
Are you really commending an 8-year-old?
Yes, listen to me. She had $400 to spend there. She spent it all. She went crazy.
She went there with money?
Yeah. And then she stopped at Starbucks, got herself a little frappuccino. She had things to do.
That's a bougie ass girl, right?
You know what? Like,
Dude. Let's talk about all the laws. Stealing a vehicle. Driving without a license.
They did not press any charges on her, by the way, in case you're
you know,
wondering.
they let her finish her frappuccino before they took her away.
She actually got a frappuccino?
Yes.
You're not joking?
I'm not kidding. At least I saw TikToks about it. I don't know how true that is, but I did see there's a whole bunch of videos on TikTok right now talking about it. And she stopped at Starbucks on her way after.
Let's say this is your daughter. What do you do? Do you pat her on the back like Ashley probably would? Or
I'm just gonna tell her she's grounded and we're not buying anything from Target for the next 12 months.
What if it was a boy? Where do you think he would have gone?
He would have went to GameStop.
Yeah.
For sure. He would have went to GameStop 100%.
I'd be like, son, You just can go online on Amazon and get whatever you need.
All right. So, in case you're wondering, this is a very important piece of news here. But
that means it's definitely not.
yeah, and so here, in case you're wondering, frogs don't work on ice. Poor guy. Come on.
That's messed up,
it.
man. Why I gotta
Poor
put that frog on
guy.
blast?
Bro,
That's so mean.
that is me trying to use the bathroom at 3 a.m.
Hold on.
You hop around.
I try to get out of bed. I fall. My leg is tied up in
I
a
think that's
sheet.
just because you're old. I don't think that.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
And then also, in the depths of social media, I came across a very interesting video. Very, very serious interview here.
Definitely not a
And
serious interview.
so, you know, we need a lot of awareness. We need to figure out like what is both sides of the story.
Right.
And so
In
there's a
terms
lot of
what?
a lot of gay pride movement,
Okay.
LGBT community. We need to hear you out.
Okay.
But there's some hard questions we need to ask.
Okay.
And so
Ready.
very serious here, as this is.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good
having
morning.
me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
That's the
You are a
first one.
transgender.
What shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender, and you're a gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you?
Do you pause.
Now we're looking at
Do you
the
think he's genuinely like has no idea? Or you think he's
Oh, 100%. This is as authentic as it gets. This is what everybody would wants to say in this man's position,
What
right?
are you gay?
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good
having
morning.
me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Opening question.
Who says I'm gay?
Opening question.
That shit is so funny, dude.
Did this person give a genuine answer? I couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
She said, I'm not gay? Is that what she said?
Here.
Is that a guy or a girl?
I'm not sexually active right now.
Oh, she's not sexually active.
So what are
By
you doing with
choice.
this lady?
By choice.
By choice.
I've just not. I've chosen not to engage.
Doesn't that make you gay?
This is not real life, dude.
That is. That is.
Why are you gay?
Oh, what a legend.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then lastly, I just gotta get your input here. What do you think? M&M's just introduced its brand new flavor. So this first flavor they've come out with in 2 years. What do you think it is? Do you know ahead of time?
No.
No.
Is that does that color have to do with it? Is that the bag or no?
No, I don't. No. Maybe
Probably
it is, but I
some
don't think so.
dumb shit like mint and chip.
No.
It's actually, I think I might actually buy this. I'm just gonna say it's actually not bad. It's surprisingly
Bacon.
caught me off guard.
Bacon.
No.
Bacon and chocolate. They go together.
So America's best pastime food, one of America's staple inventions
Casserole.
from the culinary world.
French
it
fries.
is peanut butter and jelly.
What?
M&M's. This is actually is got to be game changing. I don't know, man. I'm
a buyer.
I'm getting.
Might be
some.
pretty
I'm
good.
a buyer. That's
Yeah.
I'm a buyer. Pretty good, man.
The peanut butter ones are bomb.
Do you? Peanut butter ones are okay.
Peanut butter ones.
Okay, but
No.
Okay, so
peanut
what's
butter
your fa-
and
Let me guess.
jelly.
You're the peanut one. You like
The peanut one is better than the peanut
So
butter.
what I'm curious is
What?
what I'm wondering.
Oh, wait,
is
hold on.
what-
Peanut is better than peanut butter?
Yes.
What I'm wondering is, did they have certain M&Ms that are peanut butter and then certain ones that are jelly, and then you eat the two together, and like you eat like some peanut butter ones and then you eat some jelly ones, or do you think that they're
Oh, he's mad.
or do you think that they're peanut butter and jelly in the same milk chocolate candy piece? What do you think?
I'm sure it's in the same thing. Someone said the pretzel M&Ms are top tier. I agree. Those ones are pretty good.
Pretzel M&Ms? Never had
Yeah.
those before.
Caramel though,
Hmm.
caramel beats them all. I don't care. He's still mad about the damn peanuts.
Well, you don't. You are what, a giant fan of peanut M&Ms? They're good.
No, he likes the
You know, peanut butter is made from peanuts, right?
Yeah, but you need the crunch.
Yeah,
You
the,
have
the
the crunch from
classic, the classic peanut butter, the
You
yellow
have
bag
the
ones.
crunch from
The
the
yellow bag
chocolate
ones
out-
are. It's the gold standard, bro. That's why they're in a gold package.
Rob,
Literally
let
the
me see.
world's best candy.
I don't even think I've tried the peanut butter ones, honestly.
So then how are you going to sit here and say they're not? Okay.
That is a
invalidated.
typical woman here. She's like, no, this one's better. Have you ever tried? No.
I think if you scroll down, there is the other flavor.
It's like
that
a
they're gonna
Porsche is
send to you.
obviously better than whatever you said. Like, have you ever driven a Porsche? No.
Matter of fact, I have.
Scroll down.
What's up?
I don't know. It's not something.
There is a new flavor. That's for Puff Daddy. It's a peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, peanut butter.
That's a good one.
All right, that will do it for today's show. And so we don't know the frequency of this thing yet, but we know we come out, we do a show every Friday, that's for sure. This week we did one Wednesday as well. So also another reason you should be subscribed, have your notification bell. And so if you want to catch more of Bold Broadcasting and kind of our don't know the direction kind of takes on our show, and eventually we'll find our own image or, figure out what pronouns we use here on the show. We'll grow with us. Subscribe, notification, and we'll see you next week. To you, have a good weekend. Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you so much, David. And Rocco on the ones and twos over there, our producer in the background. Is that the Trump dance?
Yeah.
Till next week.
Bye.